Live to tape.
Welcome to Millennial, Season 3, Episode 14. I'm Andrew.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Matt.
Well, it's like a revolving door recently. Matt was gone last week, and now Elisa was going to be on the show, and then she got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb bitch.
I'm surprised nobody has, connect the two together, because...
Oh, you're the same person?
We are never... Yeah. I can't believe that there hasn't been a conspiracy theory yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura, you know, This is a sign. I literally just got my flight confirmation.
Oh.
So, get this, everybody. Despite the optics, despite the cross I'm going to have to bear, I am going to Atlanta later this week, and Laura is going to have her big chance to convince me to move to the Peach State.
Yeah, although based on your approach to this, I might turn it into an opportunity to just scare you away.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, you know, just like you're very reticent to come to my city, and as all Atlanteans know, only people who live here are allowed to talk shit on it. I think we all know that. So I was thinking I'd take you on a tour to see some of the finer things in Atlanta. I was thinking South Side by the airport.
Ooh,
wow.
The Claremont Lounge for sure.
The fuck is that?
You'll see. The collapsed I-85 bridge, along with the buckled I-20 freeway that just happened today.
Oh, great.
We also had a chemical spill downtown. So really, Atlanta, it's just a peach. It's
man.
Sounds great.
That's a juicy peach.
I can see why.
Sink my teeth into that.
Well, I was going to make a joke, but it's about something you're going to announce in a few minutes, so I won't. I don't want to do any of those things, though. I want to go to the CNN building, and I want to worship it. And
I can take you there.
And I want to go to a gay bar.
I can take you to one of those.
That's honestly the only two things I want to do.
Oh, okay. I mean, the CNN Center is kind of a gay bar in and of itself, so we can kill two birds with one stone.
When Anderson is there, anyway.
Yeah, he never comes to Atlanta.
Well, why do you call it a gay bar? Is that any reason?
I mean, mainly because you'll be there worshiping it. I mean, isn't it correct that if a gay person is in the building, that building is a gay bar? Kind of the way that, like, anytime a president is in an airplane, that plane is Air Force One.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I guess the math does check out.
Well, on all seriousness, I'm very excited to come and see you. This was kind of a surprise trip.
I know, I'm so excited.
Bitch.
Yeah, I still don't have my work schedule, but I'm hoping to have time to see you.
Oh, I fucking hope you have time on Friday night. I'm gonna have you working on Friday night.
That's what. So I'm going for a couple of set visits, and sometimes set visits are they shoot at night, but I'm hoping it's not. It's not a nighttime shoot. That would fucking blow.
You visiting like The Walking Dead or something like that?
No, it's two movies. I guess so. One is Simon and the Homo Sapiens Agenda. This is a gay YA book. It's so good. I read it a while ago. So Fox
and it's turning into a movie?
Yeah. Fox is adapting it. And this other one's called Darkest Minds. It's a fantasy book. Now, I have never read or heard of this before, but somebody else on Hypeable has, and she's going with me. Oh, by the way, you're going to be probably with one of my friends.
That's okay. I'm bringing a couple of people with me, too.
Oh, shit. Who are you bringing?
Well, I'm bringing my gentleman caller friend and another friend of mine from our work.
Is your mom coming? Can your mom come?
I mean, I guess I can ask her. I didn't know if you wanted to hang out with her, but sure.
I want to take shots with her at a gay bar.
She would do it too. My mom can drink me under the table. She's definitely the life of the party. I'm the person who sits in the corner and just is very antisocial and doesn't want anyone to talk to them.
Yeah, so. we remember the story from a few episodes ago. You said that your parents were partying harder than you were on the cruise.
No, they are. It's because they're uninhibited.
How about your
once
man
you get to that age, you really just don't give a fuck.
My man friend,
Does he
he's a
party?
lot of fun. Actually, I took him out with a group of my friends just a couple nights ago. It was his first time meeting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And like nobody said it, but like he's just so cool. Like he was like making conversation really easily with everybody and like making everybody laugh, and they all thought he was so great. And I was like, oh well, if you like him so much, why don't you marry him? God.
And they didn't talk shit about him after, or vice versa?
No, I actually got a bunch of text messages from them being like, yeah, he's cool.
Oh, good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for all of us to meet him. I feel like that's the big hurdle that he needs to make.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Matt when you met Brian, Elisa's boyfriend? What was the first thing you asked him?
How big are you?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, so how big is your penis?
Where are your manners?
I waited a few minutes. That was very cordial.
Oh, okay.
I let him get a drink first. But
That is thoughtful.
But I feel like Elisa told him, like, just so you know, just be ready.
Yeah.
Because they're going to start asking the hard questions.
And did he answer your question for you? Don't reveal the answer if he did, but
I don't think he did, actually. I didn't want to press it because if it wasn't that impressive, I didn't want him to feel bad. Because I still had more questions to ask him later.
right, you have to save up. Gotta save up.
Mm-hmm. Got to save up that load.
Well, I can't wait to judge your boyfriend as well. I know, it's kind of natural. Sometimes you talk shit on somebody after you meet them. Like, especially like you and...
Who are you?
You and him. Well, look, I used to be an Uber driver. I know that this happens. We can all pretend that it doesn't, but I know it does. So, like, maybe you and your man friend head back after hanging out with me, and then, maybe he'll be like, yeah, Andrew was cool, but that SNL sketch where they're like, yeah, we really like them, but just sometimes he can be a little. No,
Such a good skit.
He's actually very excited to meet you because he listens to the show.
Yeah,
and
well,
he thinks you sound really cool. And
he's right.
I'm really excited for him to meet you so that we can shatter the illusion.
Wait, okay, so have we established that, like, you called him your slam piece and your man friend? Is he technically your boyfriend now? Is that where we are? What's going
we're
on?
not putting labels on things.
Oh,
God.
whatever.
Oh, my God.
Just
Yeah, you guys are totally boyfriend
We
and
can
girlfriend.
just-
Is this so
no.
cute?
we can just skip over this. Anyway, I'm
Mhm.
buying a house.
Oh, yeah, there's that,
I
too.
purposely wasn't talking to see how she would bail herself out. That was good, though.
That was good. You Kellyanne Conway'd your way to
I did.
not answering that.
He did.
Actually, my final point is I am going to ask your slam piece how big his dick is the first thing, the moment I see
He's not
him.
he's not my slam piece. That's very degrading.
Did you not? Was Matt wrong? Did you not say that? I thought. Never mind.
That was a word I may have used as a joke at one point. In
Okay. Well, how do you think I'm saying it?
Back.
Yeah, when I say it, it's kind of like, okay, Matt's just spewing out things. But Andrew, when you say it, it's almost like confirming it as true.
Because Matt usually shares fake news, whereas I share authoritative information.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Laura, what did you just say?
I'm buying a house.
Congratulations! Like it's official.
I mean, as official as it can be this early in the process, I made an offer and the seller accepted my offer. So now I'm
great.
going through the month of hell that is known as like your due
Closing.
diligence period and then escrow and then closing. So right now I'm in my due diligence period. So this is when you do things like get the home inspected and appraised. And like tell the mortgage lender everything about yourself. They ask so many questions. It's really uncomfortable. Actually, I had to give these fuckers access to my fucking bank account today.
Oh, that's no good. That's
yeah,
not good.
like I mean, not as in like give them my login credentials so they could go into it, but I had to fill out a special app that basically takes your login credentials and uses them to give the lender a view of your account statement so they can see how you spend your money.
Yeah.
Like they can like
when
I buy my Thursday butt plug, they can see that.
I was seriously hoping this episode would not have a single reference to a butt plug. Can we please, like, not use that for the next 3 weeks?
No.
3 weeks. Yeah, it must feel, and I'm not even joking, it must feel like you're being, like, stripped bare. Like, you're just laying it all out there.
No, it's kind of, like, scary because they emailed me back and they were like, hey, so, we need your 2015 and 2016 W-2s, plus your 2015 and 2016 tax returns. We need, like, pictures of statements from any of your accounts that are assets, like a 401k or anything like that. So I give them all of this, and they're like, yeah, so we're seeing a gap in employment history. We need to know what you were doing there. And it was a year that I had off between jobs because I was finishing grad school. And I told her that, and she was like, okay, I'm going to need a transcript. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So basically, the TLDR is that by the time this is over, my mortgage lender is going to know more about me than any of my sexual partners.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That, I can never own a house. I think
you have too many
officially...
skeletons in your bank account.
Yeah, I don't even like going into my bank account and see, because I just don't like what it represents.
This is not me as you scroll through all your in and out purchases.
I feel like I should have to do like little annotations for each transaction. Like, so look, I know what this looks like, but honestly, I was buying this for a friend, or this was a really bad day for me. So it makes me nervous.
That venti Java chip frap. Okay, I just needed it. None of your business.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. Like, I don't think I have any skeletons in my closet, but Hyperball's only had like a professional accountant for like a year and a half. Not like I'm buying a house tomorrow, but you think if I look good for 2 years, that'll be enough?
2 years is as far as they go back.
Oh, okay.
So,
do you think
you'd
like
be
anywhere?
Fine. Yeah,
Like
I mean, I think that's pretty much the standard. Because, I mean, for instance, I talked about this in the past, how, like, if you have multiple income sources, in order for them all to count, you have to have been in all of those jobs for 2 years. Like, that's presented a little bit of a problem for me because I haven't been in both of my jobs for 2 years. They can only count my incomes, and it's just like, it's really annoying.
Right.
So yeah, for the next month, I'm going to be like level 10 stress. Like, I'm just going to be freaking out all the time, and I apologize.
Well, you'll get through it, and I'll be there to help you this weekend.
Yay!
Maybe bang some of that stress out.
Okay.
Get some regrettable purchases on your credit card that the...
Is that why you were asking if I snore?
Laura, no, I can affirm that Laura has a really nice bedside manner, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That is exciting. Laura, I doubt she wants to share the info on the show, but Laura gave us her down payment and mortgage payment information.
Yeah, no, I do not want to share that.
I almost jumped out the window. I can't believe the prices in Atlanta. They're great.
Yeah, if you can, I mean, I will say it's a tough market. So you kind of have to be willing to wait. Like, I've been looking since January, so I've been looking for almost 4 months now. So you really do have to be willing to wait, but then also when the opportunity comes, you have to jump on it. Like, there is no such thing as going home and sleeping on it in this market. If you like it, you make an offer. Yeah.
So by wait, you mean just like waiting for your personal favorite to come along?
Yeah.
We were actually having a Millennial meeting and Laura had to leave early because she was like, my place is coming up. I might be able to get this one.
I have to leave early. I might buy a house today, so
yeah.
Gosh, that's just that gives me heart palpitations just thinking about like buying a house. So I don't envy that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like taking lots of Ativan for the next month.
Isn't Laura the youngest of all of us too?
No, you are.
I think you are. Yeah.
Okay, second youngest.
That
means I need to catch up to you.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
She's used to always being ahead of everybody.
Yeah,
no,
let's be honest there.
No.
Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you. Hopefully this time next month, we'll be talking about how I just moved into my condo rather than being like, my condo fell through.
back to just watching people get their homes on House Hunters.
Oh my god, it's so scary.
Matt, I wanted to ask you about the Nintendo Switch because you got one, right?
Yeah, I did. Way to put my life in perspective next to Laura. So I just bought a Nintendo
Congrats, you're approved for a Nintendo Switch.
Switch. Yeah, I got one. It was I cannot believe I actually got one. Like I don't know if you guys know, but like this fucking system has been like sold out everywhere. And I decided about a month ago that I really wanted one. And so I was researching on like all these places where I could get one, and like everybody's fucking sold out. But GameStop in mid-March said that they were going to be doing like just a restock for just a temporary amount. And I called all the GameStops in Los Angeles, and that morning, even before they opened, they said they were already sold out because people were waiting in line. So the next day, I was walking my friend's dog, and I would pass a GameStop. This was like outside LA, and there was this sign in front of it saying we have Nintendo Switches. And so I ran in there like freaking out. Like I did not look very well. Like I had shorts. I don't think I had underwear on so you could see my penis, but I asked the guy, could you probably sell me a Nintendo Switch? Do you have it in stock? And he goes, I have one left. So I bought a Zelda bundle Nintendo Switch. It was like $500 or $600. And I've been playing it nonstop ever since. I'm actually playing it right now. It is it's so good. I miss Nintendo so much. Like
it's a great system.
It is a great system, and especially the Zelda game. I think that's really what is making me fall in love with this system, is that this game, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, has been like a game changer for Zelda games, is from what I've heard. It's so fucking massive, the whole world of it. It's like Grand Theft Auto size, where you just like, it's been a month and I haven't even gone halfway around this world that the Zelda game is in. So it's amazing.
No game has more perfect scores from critics than Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's a statistical fact.
And I completely agree. This week they announced that there are more sales of
they sold more Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, than Nintendo Switches itself. They sold more games than the console.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way I can think that makes sense is people just bought the game knowing that they're going to buy the console later, but
yeah, that makes sense. Well,
yeah, it's a great game.
Your story was very interesting because it reminds me of the Atlanta housing market. When one comes available, you got to jump on it.
Oh yeah, I was not financially prepared to pay for that Switch, but
just like Laura.
I knew.
You and me both.
Yeah, but they didn't. Thank God GameStop has this policy where they don't ask for your bank information and go through your stuff. So I think that was why I got
that you know of, Matthew.
I mean, yeah, GameStop is now sending me emails asking, hey, based off of your purchase and your bank account history, we think you might be interested in this sexual new game that we're going to have.
Well, Matt,
it's called Mario Fart, or I don't know.
Mario Kart. Yeah, you should absolutely get that when it comes out in less than 2 weeks now.
Oh, Andrew, I already pre-ordered it. Like,
oh, good.
It's already being shipped to me.
It's honestly the best game.
Matt, as somebody, so I haven't had a gaming system in quite some time. It's been a minute.
Me
like
too.
Since college. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to get when I move. Would you recommend the Switch?
I would absolutely recommend the Switch, mainly because look, the reason why they call it a Switch is that there's a dock system that you put the mobile Nintendo Switch on, and it automatically through an HDMI cord goes to your TV. So you're literally switching from a gaming system connected to your TV to like a mobile system, because the whole console is the screen.
It's very cool, and I think this is part of, first of all, the Zelda game and the great reviews have, I think, really driven the sales, but also the console's just so cool. You can take it wherever you want, and it's been a blast. I've been primarily playing on the TV, but when I travel, Laura, I'll tell you what, I'll bring the Switch to Atlanta, and we'll play it in the gay bar. Pick up all the boys.
Cool. Ooh, I always like to pick up all the boys.
All the boys
mainly when I'm being your wingman.
Oh, you want to hear something really sad? so embarrassed to admit this. I fucking bought Tinder Plus or whatever the hell the subscription Tinder is. And I decided to do a preemptive strike on Atlanta. So I jumped to Atlanta in Tinder, and I've already been swiping through guys in Atlanta.
I saw an article the other day that somebody posted in the Facebook group about how Atlanta has the most handsome men.
Yes.
Did you see that?
I did.
I think that has to do a lot with the fact that, Hollywood is filming a lot more in Atlanta, so a lot more like actors are going there.
Fuck you.
I think Okay.
First of all,
do you disagree with that, Laura?
Yes.
First of all,
I don't know. I find it hard to believe.
I have been swiping nonstop through Atlanta. Like, Jesus, it never ends. Sometimes you go to cities and like you run out of guys to swipe through. Tinder is just nonstop. Or Atlanta is just nonstop. And I have matched with and swiped right on many attractive guys in the Atlanta area, so I agree.
Wait, so is Tinder and Tinder Plus, whatever the fuck that is that like taking the spot of Grindr from now on? Is that what everyone's doing?
I don't know. I think Grindr's still like very exclusively for hookups, whereas Tinder it's hookups, but it's also a dating app, I think.
But you're doing it for hookups. Like,
No,
you're not
I'm
going to
not.
date someone in Atlanta. Why are you swiping in Atlanta? Are you
Because
just
I'm
covering your
fucking
bases?
I'm just bored. And hey, I mean, honestly, I'm looking for an excuse to move somewhere. Not that I would move somewhere for someone in particular, but it'd be kind of cool to like.
But I mean, if they were really hot, then.
Yeah.
I would move for them. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about Kyle.
Andrew's just looking for that Georgia peach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we got good peaches down here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to see your peach.
Got to get to the seed.
So we're recording on Monday, the day after Easter. Did any of you celebrate?
I celebrated Passover yesterday.
Oh, is Tim Jewish or his family?
No, but one of my good friends, she is Jewish, and she was hosting a Seder party. So all we did was, I drank a fuck ton of wine. I think I drank a full box of wine. I think that's equivalent to like 3 bottles. But we ate. We did the whole Jewish thing, where like you sing and do the prayer and open the door for Elijah at the end, and then we watched The Prince of Egypt.
Wow,
that's a really good cartoon movie.
Oh yeah,
animated feature.
Yeah, it's animated. Excuse me.
Whatever.
No, God, I loved it. The music is so good.
It is, even though it's all bullshit. Not really. So my family's not religious. When we were kids, we celebrated in the form of like it was like mini Christmas basically. So my parents would get us Easter baskets and fill them with like toys and candy and stuff. And then we'd do an Easter egg hunt, and that was pretty much it. Last night we just went out for Indian food because we figured that an Indian restaurant would not be super busy on Easter Sunday. So
yeah. That's funny.
Andrew, did you get Easter baskets when you were a kid?
I did, yeah. Like Laura.
And with candy and toys?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It was fun to hunt, but we hunted for the Easter egg baskets.
We weren't forced to do that.
Yeah.
We were really privileged.
Yeah, it was like
kids.
Yeah,
we didn't have to
like
work
Christmas.
for it.
Like you just woke up and it was there.
So
in the living room.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's because like the Easter bunny hides the Easter baskets outside. You gotta go find. Not like it was hard, but it was. I don't know. It was cute. Anyway,
you hunt for the eggs, but you need your basket first before you can hunt for eggs.
Well, yeah, I guess, but whatever. It's semantics. I guess I forgot how big of a holiday Easter was. I can't believe everything was closed. My gym was closed. Target was closed. I was like, all right, I'm going to go to In-N-Out for dinner. In-N-Out was closed.
Well, Andrew, Jesus came back.
That's like a deal. Give me a break. He came back. And we're all waiting for him to come back again. Where is he? It's 2017. Come back again already. Jesus. Jesus. I don't know. It really frustrated me. So then I went and guess what was open? Domino's pizza. So I went and got Domino's, ate it by myself. Happy Easter. Christ is risen. Hallelujah.
Jesus.
It's too much. It's too much. Too much celebrating.
A man died, Andrew. Okay.
And then he came back.
Look, I will happily stand corrected if Jesus does come back. But, like, do you guys, either you seriously believe Jesus is going to come back?
I hope not.
I would just say if he comes back, just be sure to look very busy. Just look busy.
Why?
So don't get in trouble. Because, like, that's like, when Jesus comes back, that's when, like, all the bad shit's gonna go down, right? Like, the apocalypse and, like, Revelations, all that shit. So, like, as long as you just look like you've been doing the Lord's work for the past 2,000 years, you're good.
Or, you know what? I think we're safe, because if he comes back now, like, he has a 0 chance of being able to get back into the U.S.
That's true.
That is good point. And, I mean, I don't know. It just seems surreal to think that Jesus would come back. Like, how would CNN even cover that?
Are you kidding?
How?
They would have Anderson Cooper on the ground wherever the fuck it is that he comes back.
I'm sorry, Jesus, I'm not actually gay.
They'd have Wolf like, so we are seeing
very, 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 very big news. Big news, if real. God, Jesus is back. First, a commercial break.
And then Donald Trump will tweet about fake news.
All right.
Jesus is black.
I
probably was, to be fair. Anyway.
Just like Santa is black.
Sure.
I want to talk about this. Both of you use Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But I would describe you both as light Instagram users. I don't see many posts from you two.
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
I would
accurate.
Consider myself a light user.
Have you noticed that new carousel at the top of Instagram recently?
I don't. I'm looking at it right now, and I don't see a carousel.
Really? At the top with like your friends' photos in circles?
I don't have friends. No, I'm kidding.
The stories?
I mean, I see my friends, and then I see an Instagram like.
All right.
Circle.
Okay, Grandma, forget it. Matt, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. So there's Snapchat, and now Instagram has introduced Instagram stories. And they did this a few months ago, but there was big news a couple days ago. They now have Instagram stories now has 200 million users per day. As of the fourth quarter of 2016, Snapchat had around 158 million daily active users. Now keep in mind, 200 million users per day just on Instagram stories. Instagram on a whole has over 600 million users. So, in other words, Instagram only introduced stories a few months ago, and now they're already beating Snapchat. And I personally have been hesitant to switch from Snapchat to Instagram stories. I use Instagram, but not Instagram stories, because I don't want to be updating multiple stories. I mean, who has time for this shit? It's already hard enough to tweet, Facebook post, Instagram, regular photos, Snapchat, and now Facebook has introduced Facebook stories. They've introduced stories in Messenger. And by the way, nobody is using Facebook stories. Have you guys seen this at the top of your Facebook app? It's the same thing. It just looks like...
Yeah, haven't noticed it, to be honest with you.
Well, and I'm not kidding. Personally, nobody uses Facebook stories. When they first launched this, it would just show the faces of the people who have actually posted. But once they launched it, there was a problem. Nobody was using it. So the carousel just sat empty. So what they did was they added little ghost icons to make it look like these people may have posted recently, but they haven't. I know some of these people on my carousel haven't. Laura hasn't, but she's sitting here as a ghost in my little carousel. So Facebook
I'm always
stories.
sitting as a ghost in your carousel.
Wait, doesn't Instagram now do kind of the same thing that Snapchat does, where you can send like a message instantly
Privately.
and then it goes away?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the other angle to this story. Instagram has blatantly blatantly ripped off every single Snapchat feature. And I'm talking every single one. Drawing
They really
on
have.
photos, adding text, mapping the text to the photos and the video, filters, these, what are they called? The lenses, everything. Laura, even you noticed this. A more casual user, huh?
Yeah, totally. And actually, I kind of welcome it because I don't particularly like Snapchat. I just
Why
never
not?
got into it. I don't know. I don't find the interface super, like, I don't want to say not user friendly because I'm not stupid. Like, I know how to navigate it, but it just doesn't seem like the most intuitive
Yeah, I
interface.
completely agree.
Whereas Instagram is just a lot more friendly, I think.
I completely agree with that. That's the reason why I don't use Snapchat, is that I feel like the process to sending a message or going to your feed or something, that is just too many unnecessary steps. And it's kind of not confusing, but it just seems way more complicated than it needs to be. And I think Instagram has a better basis
Mm-hmm.
to
Snapchat
utilize it.
also doesn't delete all of your pictures because
You mean
that shit, it just,
What do you mean?
no. Snapchat doesn't delete, like, after you send a picture, it says that it deletes it. But what it's
Yeah.
actually doing is it's just putting it into the other storage on your phone. So if you've like ever plugged your phone into your computer and iTunes pops up and shows you your storage, like that little yellow bar that shows you all the other stuff, that contains a lot of other miscellaneous data, but also your deleted snaps.
But do you know that for sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to work at a particular tech company where we had to deal with this quite a bit. Yes.
So,
And when people made the realization that their dick pics were not actually completely gone,
Then there's
that was always a fun look to see on some guy's face and be like, oh no.
so
yeah. Go ahead.
I've never minded Snapchat's interface. I think it's pretty simple. I can't speak to Instagram's story feature because I actually haven't used it yet. I just refuse to keep two stories going at once. But we have to credit Snapchat for the fact that they came up with all of this. And Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Messenger stories all exist because of them. So I applaud them for creating something so great. However, their first mistake may have been when Mark Zuckerberg offered $3 billion in cash to Snapchat to buy them back in late 2014, I believe it was. And Snapchat said, late 2013, Snapchat said no, which, that's, they were still young then. Snapchat has grown since then, so arguably they could be worth more now than $3 billion. But now Snapchat is having revenue problems, and people are switching to Instagram stories because more people are on it, and they've got that built-in audience already. So I do think I'm gonna switch to to Instagram stories. I just feel like it's inevitable. Yeah. So I actually asked in our Millennial group what people's opinions were on this. Both of you actually offered very good opinions. But before recording, I called both of you lame because you don't use them. I now regret making those remarks. My apologies.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
But here are a couple responses. This is from Nia. I don't use Snapchat. I occasionally make/look at Instagram stories. I will not use Facebook stories. And since it launched, I've only ever seen one or two of my friends use it, LOL, so I won't be watching those either. I never downloaded the Facebook Messenger app, so I don't even know they were in there. I think it was dumb for Facebook to put stories in. They should have left it in Instagram. Or if they wanted it in both, give the option to have Instagram stories automatically go onto your Facebook. Exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Brittany has a similar opinion as me. Yeah, fuck Facebook stories. Insta/Snapchat all the way. While we're at it, can we petition to get the stupid color background thing to go away on Facebook too?
God, I fucking hate that. What is the point of that?
I think it's to make the people's posts more noticeable on the Facebook feed.
Wait, what?
So what you're saying is that it took Facebook until 2017 to discover color gradients.
Matt, what you
Is that
do,
what you're saying?
You've probably seen it in your feed before. Basically, I think because you often scroll very quickly through Facebook, and maybe they figured, well, the color things will stand out more. It is kind of
You know what?
obnoxious.
I scroll even faster past those. Like, fuck that shit. No, because to me, I'm like, you're posting something with some weird background color. Like, you're just begging for attention. I don't care
true.
what you have to say.
That's
Scroll.
true. That's true. Couple others here. Sasha says, I'm being loyal to Snapchat. Never use Facebook or Instagram stories. Caitlin says, I was coming down to say the same. Basically, a lot of people echoing the same thoughts as one another / what we've said here. But we got a lot of feedback, so people seem to be very passionate one way or the other. Haley, who I hung out with in Disney World a couple weeks ago, she said, I used to be Snapchat queen, and I avoided Instagram stories like the plague for the longest time. But the fact that so many of my friends were utilizing Instagram stories ended up with me being swayed in favor of them. For a while, I neglected Snapchat and only used Instagram, but now my stories are almost identical. However, I also use Snapchat for direct picture messaging. Sending some sexy snaps, Haley. Facebook stories are a no-go for me since Facebook is what I use for more permanent memories. And by the way, the reason why stories, no matter what app you use, have taken off is because sometimes you don't want to share something forever. You just want to share it for a day. Like, who wants to share a picture of themselves at a bar for the rest of their lives?
Me.
That's why I post the Snapchat.
No, I think anybody who follows me on social media needs to know exactly who I am, and I think a picture of me in a bar is pretty reflective. I
agree.
want to be honest. I want to use my social media to be honest about the caliber of person that I am. Which isn't much.
I completely agree. I will say that Snapchat is probably one of the only social media devices or platforms or apps that I was totally okay with not being included with all of my friends in it.
Yeah, you never jumped on it, did you?
I never, and all of my friends were on it, and they were like users of it, and I was totally okay with like stepping aside and not jumping into that pool.
I just love Snapchat's location filters. Like, wherever you are, there's some filters for your town, and they're all unique. It's just so fun.
Yeah, but you could do that for Instagram, can't you?
Yeah, but they're not as artistic. They just have generic shit right now. And they all look the same. Laura, you should check out your Facebook profile, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. Just do it.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Andrew. God damn it.
It's pretty.
Fuck you.
I posted one of those big, colorful posts on Laura's wall.
It's purple and pink.
I'm taking a screenshot of it. It can be our album art.
Isn't that a nice gradient? And you can't miss it. It just says, hey! Pay attention to me! So
yeah, that's basically what those fuckers... Anyway, go ahead.
Speaking of somebody who needs attention, do we all know Alex Jones?
Unfortunately, yes.
He's one of these... Yeah. He's on InfoWars. He's one of these crazy people.
Oh, that crazy motherfucker. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
This is the guy who said Sandy Hook was like... What did he say? Like, by the government or some shit.
It was a conspiracy. Like, the government hired actors.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, he actually said that the kids were actors. I think he has some stupid theories about 9/11 as well. Well, guys, we don't have to worry anymore, because he is in a custody battle for his child against his ex-wife, and his lawyer said that to not take his show seriously when deciding if he should get custody, because, quote, he's playing a character. He's a performance artist.
Awesome.
So this guy and his lawyer are so fucking worried that he's going to lose his child that he now has to tell the court, hey, don't get my show into this, please, because I'm clearly fake as fuck on there. That's not the real me.
I feel like a decision should be based on whether that's true or not, based off of the general audience's opinion of that.
So we should leave it to a vote. Like, does the audience believe that he's psycho?
Exactly. Do the audience think that he is actually an actor portraying this, or does his audience actually believe the things that he's saying? Because if that's the case, then that's how they should go about the custody battle.
Well,
Well, or
first of
ask
all,
him. Be
Yeah.
like, do you consider yourself a character?
Mhm.
Do you not believe these things that you say?
right. I mean, how do you continue your show in light of this? And if I'm a fan of Alex Jones, I mean, I guess people will believe whatever they want to believe. So, like, obviously these comments from his lawyer are real, but they'll think that they're just saying that so he can get his kid. They won't actually believe he's playing a character when really we all know he is.
But that's even worse. That's even more dangerous and unstable.
I know. It's scary.
I would not, if I was the judge, I would not give custody to this guy who's playing a sociopath. It's dangerous as fuck. Fuck this guy.
It's just hilarious to me because like he has to admit that he's a fake.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Sad.
Sad. We have a
Don't
little
care.
United
No
update.
hair, don't care. What?
We have a little United update.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we got a little bit of an update from United Airlines. They have announced that they will no longer remove passengers after they've boarded in order to make room for their crew members. So apparently, like, this was the issue. So under this new policy change, crew travel must be booked at least 60 minutes before departure, so that while passengers may still be bumped in favor of crew members, it won't happen once they've boarded on the airline.
Oh,
So
that's very nice. So no more dragging people off the plane.
yeah, no more concussions, no more teeth being lost, which was what fucking happened. Do we even mention this? Like, the guy that got taken off the airline was a doctor, and like he was freaking out because he had to go to work the next day.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
But at the time, the extent of his injuries had not been disclosed. So as Matt mentioned, we learned after that he like suffered a concussion, broken teeth, sinus injuries, a busted lip, like pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all because he didn't want to give up his seat.
Meanwhile, Delta is now offering up to $9,950 to flyers on overbooked flights. Oh, baby. Guess who I'm flying to Atlanta on Wednesday? Delta.
See, now what all the Delta passengers need to do is there needs to be like a silent agreement that if people start getting bumped, nobody's going to take the deals until it gets up
Yeah.
Mhm.
to $9,900. And then everybody goes after it Hunger Games style.
So
I mean, that's what it's going to be reduced to. I mean, we're already packed as sardines in airlines anyways.
so it's not like it's going to jump from 1,000 to 10,000. It's going to slowly creep up, and then somebody will
Oh,
take
I
the
know.
bait before it gets
Mhm.
there. But so a
I'm
customer
willing to wait
service
for it.
a customer service agent will be able to offer 2,000, and then they can go to an operations service manager if the situation gets really hairy, if people are still refusing, and then the operations service manager could offer up to $9,950. The previous cap, $1,350. So they are making a gigantic jump. I think they
Wow.
outdid themselves, frankly.
Yeah.
Laura, let's pretend that you were really, really excited to see me this week. Like it was,
Mhm.
you've been waiting like a decade and you just miss me so much. And I'm like at the airport and they offer me $9,950 and I decide to take it. Would you be disappointed or would you understand?
I would only understand. I would require you to use half of that money to book me a flight to Europe the next time you go,
How
so we can go together.
How about I would say, Laura, look, I can't make it, but I'll be able to pay for a down payment for your house. What do you think of that?
Fuck yeah. Seriously. Do that. We'll see each other in like another 5 years. It's fine. It's fine.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, that is some serious money that could really make a difference in somebody's life.
Well, I think that it's $9,000 in vouchers, right? Like it's not.
Yeah, you
It's
are
not actual
unfortunately
money.
right.
Oh, yeah. Well, that sucks.
But you're
sad.
flying free for the next like 5 years, probably.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
Possibly. I mean, who knows how expensive the flights are going to be.
Anyway,
I don't know.
that was
Anyway,
a good response on Delta's part. All right, it's time now for Surprise Bitch. We're going to call Mallory. She's in the Los Angeles area.
Hello.
Hey, Mallory! Surprise, bitch! It's Millennial. What's up?
Surprise! Are you driving?
Oh my gosh, I was just listening to your After Dark from last week.
Oh, what funny timing!
That's so funny.
that's
Let me
great.
pull over real quick.
Oh, safe
Hold on.
driver. What freeway are you driving on?
I just got off the 5 south.
Oh, the 5.
Just got off the
yes,
5. Are you going to Disneyland?
Yeah, the 5. I wish. No,
Where are you going?
just going home.
Oh,
Going home.
okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm just Facebook stalking you now. Looks like you're a Hufflepuff.
Oh, absolutely. Proud of it.
Cool.
I knew I
Get
loved
along.
you.
Not ashamed.
So
And you shouldn't be.
Okay.
thanks for you're actually the first surprise bitch. It's okay. I'm just gonna keep talking. You're the first surprise bitch caller to actually answer in our new number list, so we greatly appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny. I just looked up the planning doc too, and I'm like, oh, they're recording today. And well, surprise. Yeah, surprise.
It doesn't say who's calling, right? It just says unavailable or something.
Yeah, it says no caller ID. That's all.
We need to get that fixed. We need to figure that
Yeah,
out.
we really do.
Mm-hmm.
Because, man, every time we call and it goes to voicemail, I'm always like, fuck.
Laura gets very angry. In fact,
She
Not
does.
again.
Laura was so angry last week. I didn't tell you this, Laura. I edited down your anger because I thought it was too
Really?
much. Yeah, it was too mean. I'm like, why is she being this mean? Like, it's not their fault. They don't know we're calling.
Wait, what does that mean? What did you do?
Yeah, I
She-
don't remember what I
She
did.
was just saying curse word after curse word. I was very, very put off by it. So I trimmed it down.
How is that
Well,
any
after a
different than
while, it
normal?
could get frustrating.
Yeah, it can, but you know, I not everybody can be as chill as me, I guess. So what do you do here in LA? Did you grow up here or?
No, I grew up in San Diego, and I'm a high school teacher.
Oh,
Great. That's awesome. In what city?
I teach in Santa Clarita, but
Oh,
I live in
nice.
Napa Valley.
oh wow. Okay, so that's a bit of a commute.
Yeah, that is a bit of a
It's
commute.
not bad because I go opposite the traffic.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy being a teacher?
I love it. I love it. Well,
Wow.
you know, and then there's every day is a little different. So some days, you know, aren't so great, but I love it. I wouldn't.
Do you have like a season's
Anything
pass to Six Flags?
No,
It's like
I get
right
too
there.
sick. I get really motion sickness, or you know.
Oh,
I can't go on
no.
real well.
Same.
That sucks.
But I feel like at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland, I'm fine.
Hell yeah. What do you teach, or what grade do you teach?
I teach American Sign Language,
Oh,
Oh,
that's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
mixed of 9 through 12 for grades. So yeah.
cool. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but anything on your mind that you want to talk about, or you're hoping to hear on the
Oh
show?
yeah. Okay.
Uh oh.
Throwback.
No, she's
to
ready.
The very first. I'm so ready. I'm vaccinated, and so is my son.
Woo!
I don't know if you remember that.
Oh,
yeah.
Literally, like,
Oh,
one
yeah.
of your first episodes, and I've been waiting ever since to just say it.
Aw, good.
That's great.
Good. Thank you. It seems because forgive me if I'm wrong, but it seems like it's kind of a trend out in California not to be vaccinated.
How old's your kid?
He is 11 months old. He'll be.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
I know.
Oh.
If I wasn't about to move out of LA, I would offer to babysit him, like full-time job or something.
Oh God.
I got. I'm
No.
lucky enough. My mom lives with me, so I have
Oh.
like a live-in baby.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That was a very
Yeah.
polite way of saying, "Hell no, Andrew cannot babysit my kid."
I'm fine. But what's your son's name?
Calvin.
Ooh,
cute.
I love that name.
I love that name.
It would have been funny if you were like Edward or Jacob.
Are you gonna buy him like
an
a-
imprint?
Are you gonna get him a little Hobbs stuffed animal?
Yeah,
Like Calvin and
yeah,
Hobbes?
he has. Yeah, that's actually where we got the name from. My husband loves that comic strip. So
Oh,
No,
That's
it's
really cool.
Calvin.
yeah. There are only I think 2 things that all straight men love, and that's Calvin and Hobbes and the movie The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Need-
Calvin and Hobbes
Matt.
and Calvin Klein.
I think you need to update your intel on straight men. We're not in like 1995 anymore. I don't know.
I don't know. Go ask your significant thing.
Other.
Yeah.
My significant thing. Okay.
I don't know what we're calling him.
Okay, well.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know where this has gone, but Mallory, thanks for your support. Continue doing God's work as a teacher. God bless you as a teacher.
Thank
Maybe
you.
I'll run into you at In-N-Out someday. or on the
I
5.
know. Who knows?
Maybe I'll run into you on the freeway.
And then I'll be suing you. All right, bye.
Oh, you guys are great. I love
Thank
listening
you.
to you. Thank
Oh,
Thanks so much. We
thank
appreciate it.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Laura was nice now, but if she didn't answer the phone,
Oh, I would have been pissed.
it wouldn't have been so nice.
Well, I'm not pissed at like the persons per se for not picking up the phone. It's just like every week getting the voicemail, I'm like, no.
Except you don't say it as nice as that. You're
Yeah.
like, no. She turns into a monster.
I
No.
didn't know they turned into your kid
Scream
Rob.
rock.
Bang.
By the way, our next person in this surprise bitch list lives in Atlanta. Atlanta, yeah. Mm.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta.
You
Like
know the
me?
song? For the players play. Yeah?
No.
Okay.
I know.
Right.
Welcome to New York by Miss Taylor Swift.
Welcome to New York.
That's a terrible fucking song.
And that caller is Brandon, and Brandon, we will call you next week.
So you better fucking pick up.
We'll call you while we're at the Atlanta Gay Bar. Hey, Brandon, you want to come over?
Oh, we'll play You. I want to take it to a gay bar.
Just play that on the phone.
Yep.
Say no words. Just that. All right. Coming up on After Dark today, we're going to get up to no good, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. So,
Wait, what?
I would like to say that this was a divinely inspired topic, but to be perfectly honest with you, we didn't have anything planned for After Dark, and we were like, hey, let's talk about our most embarrassing sex stories, because God knows we have plenty of those. So, lots of content to fill the time. And
Oh,
we're
Lord.
We're also even going to share some listener stories from
Oh,
our
good.
Facebook group.
It's been
So,
funny watching Laura. She has a whole, list of them. Like, it could fill
well,
a
I'm
book.
putting them there to jog my memory. I may not share all of these. You
Jog
know,
her
just-
memory.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm.
What? Have you had any embarrassing ones with your new man friend yet?
No.
Can we just give him
No.
a name, even if it's not the real name? Can we just make up a name? Arnold?
I mean, no, his name is Mark. I think that's okay. We can
Okay.
call him Mark.
Okay.
But no, it's been smooth sailing so far. He doesn't know tons of embarrassing shit about me yet, although that is bound to change. Since he listens to
it
the
is
show.
absolutely bound to change. There is an expiration on that.
Hey, whoa.
I'm going to
Jeez.
share lots of stories with him when you're in the bathroom.
Oh God.
Yep.
You mean like
Creating-
that time that I made out with Matt and cried about it?
It was just too much for you. Like
It
I
was.
should have warned
You
you
were-
before you started.
You were just too much man
Yeah.
for me.
So
I don't know
that,
if you're ready for this.
that will be available over on Patreon. We would love your support. It keeps the show going. Patreon.com/millennial. You can pledge as little as $2 a month. $5 a month, you get 4 installments of After Dark per month. At $2 per month, you get 1 installment of After Dark and Hashing It Out. And you can also sign up for the surprise bitch number. And you also get access to our voicemail line, which, by the way, nobody has been using. So please use it. Pretty please. We need
Yeah,
to
except for
re-promote it.
Cameron, who was the one who left us the barf bag ice voice message.
Yeah. Cameron's very active. Put it that way. Love you, Cameron.
Obsessed.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. I'm Andrew.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Matt.
Shit, as I was saying that, I realized we don't have a closing song. This is how we can't function.
God
without...
damn it. We can't do anything without Elisa.
Well, that's not, no. Just the closing song. Everything else goes fine. We don't need that much.
Play it Welcome to Atlanta.
There you go.
All right, bye everybody. Hi, I'm here in Atlanta. So good to be here, everybody.
Welcome to Atlanta, Jack and Hammond.
Thank you.
Back to the Mackin' and Jack and the clothes. Adolescents back in the fold.
Where's the CNN building?
I would happen to know the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, I suppose. JD in the rolls and Luda's in the cut supreme. Skating down old Nat, gat tucked and lean.
I'm just looking for Anderson.
Team, no blood on the sticks, gotta keep it so my kicks is clean. I get the cream. Cops see me flick my beams. I'm allergic to Dr.
I saw you on Tinder.
Excuse me, good sir. I think I might have swiped right on you on Tinder.
I'm just trying to talk as white as possible.